Good afternoon and welcome to News 9. I'm Nolan Pinto. We have some big news coming in now. Unique punishment by High Court. This is the big news that we're now tracking. A unique punishment by the High Court. Excise inspector ordered to stand in High Court. Parmeshwarappa accused of colluding with wine store owners. He's accused of lying to the single division bench of the High Court. Parmeshwarappa ordered to stand in the court till proceedings are finished. Parmeshwarappa is the excise inspector of Vijayanagar. Court was hearing case related to shifting of wine shop in Vijayanagar, which was under dispute. In fact, this is the big news that we're now tracking. A unique punishment by the High Court. Excise inspector ordered to stand in High Court. H. Parmeshwarappa accused of colluding with wine store owners. He's accused of lying to the single division bench of the High Court. Parmeshwarappa ordered to stand in the court till proceedings are done with. Parmeshwarappa is the excise inspector of Vijayanagar. The court was hearing a case related to shifting of wine shop in Vijayanagar, which was under dispute. Well, for more on this, I'm joined by my colleague Nishchita. Nishchita, this is something new. Can you give us more information on this?
Well, absolutely. Well, this is the fate of the excise inspector here who has been accused of colluding with the accused in this particular case. Now, what we understand is that the entire issue revolves around Anand Wines. Now, Anand Wines was situated in Basaveshwar Nagar earlier, and then it was shifted to Vijayanagar Clubhouse. It was shifted to a residential locality in Vijayanagar Club Road, and the residents objected to that as they felt that it was unfair on the excise department's part to actually give them the permission to shift a wine store in a residential locality, as the rules clearly do not permit that. But the excise department had gone on to sanction this shift for the reasons best known to them. The residents who objected it and got no respite from the excise department decided to move the court in this regard. They approached the High Court and they challenged the excise department's move to actually sanction the shifting of Anand Wines from Basaveshwar Nagar to Vijayanagar Club Road, which is a residential locality. Now, both the excise department as well as Anand Wines' lawyer were present in today's hearing. Today was one of the hearings in the case, and what the judge observed was that this particular building plan where the Anand Wines is located has been approved by the department for residential purpose. It is not allowed that any commercial operations can be undertaken in this building, but the excise department had still gone ahead and given permission for the Anand Wines to have its store in this particular building in Vijayanagar Club Road, which is meant for residential purpose. Now, during the argument, we understand that the judge observed that the excise inspector, Parameshwar, was advising both the government lawyer as well as the wine shop lawyer, the lawyer representing the wine shop, and the court questioned him as to what he was talking to the lawyer of representing Anand Wines. When he was questioned that, he just gave some false answer. He went on to state that he wasn't advising him, but the court would have none of it, and it went ahead and it accused this excise inspector Parameshwar of colluding with the wine shop owner. So the court, in fact, has directed him to stand until the court rises, that is until this particular entire argument concludes and the court decides to adjourn for the day. Until then, this excise inspector should stand. Of course, it is not a big punishment like a suspension or a penalty, but at the end of the day, it is quite an embarrassment for a government official of quite a high-standing excise inspector to be caught colluding with the defense lawyer here, and then even getting punished by the judge in that regard, Nolan.
Right, Nishita. Thank you very much for all that. Now, Mandya Urban Development Commissioner K. Mathai has been transferred as the Land Acquisition Officer for the Bidar-Karanja project. He will assume charge within the next 10 days. Now, Mathai created a flutter when he exposed irregularities in land allotment by Muda. He once again deposed before the Karnataka High Court about this scam on the 107 irregular allotments. Now, at least 13 former presidents and commissioners of Muda and several engineers had allegedly allotted 1,821 sites illegally to Amrish, Puttraju and others in the Vivekananda layout under non-existing schemes between 2003 and 2007. Now, they had allegedly caused a loss of about 300 crores to the Muda. Now, this is according to a report submitted recently by Mr. Mathai to the government. Now, Mathai had brought to light certain irregularities and requested the state government to conduct an inquiry. Following his report, the government decided to hand over the probe into illegal allotment of sites by Muda to the Central Bureau of Investigation. Now, the 300 crore Mandya Urban Development Authority, or the Muda site allocation scam, is becoming murkier by the day, with more skeletons tumbling out of the Muda cupboard. Now, police filing an FIR against 12 former commissioners of Muda on Tuesday has given a new twist to the scandal, besides exposing the complexity of the issue and how officials and influential persons have connived to take away the sites meant for public distribution. Now, if you thought BBMP was pathetic when it comes to dealing with rains, take a look at Mumbai. Now, the BMC has had a fair warning of the rains that were due to hit the island city, but their unpreparedness and apathy has resulted in waterlogged roads and drains across Mumbai. In fact, take a look at these visuals as vehicles struggle to wade through the roads. Well, one can say that even boats and ships can sail through the water here. Now, the island city witnessed its second wettest day of the monsoon 2014, helping it pull ahead of the suburbs in the total rain received this year. It has been raining incessantly since the last 2 days in Mumbai. Now, this incessant heavy rainfall coinciding with high tide threw normal life out of gear in Mumbai. Several parts of the city and suburbs remained inundated. Due to the continuous rainfall which collided with the high tide, many areas in the city and suburbs are now waterlogged. Well, Bollywood bid a tearful adieu to legendary actress Zora Sehgal. The last rites were held at New Delhi's Lodi Road Crematorium. Now, several legends and stars of Bollywood, including Javed Akhtar, were present. Now, she died in hospital yesterday at the ripe old age of 102. Zora complained of pain in the heart region, so was admitted to Max Hospital on Wednesday night. Medical tests showed an irregular heartbeat and traces of pneumonia as well. On Thursday, she seemed to be on the road to recovery, but she suffered a cardiac arrest around 4:30 and passed away. Sehgal was born on the 27th of April 1912, and her career as a performer spanned an incredible 80 long years. She started out as a dancer with Uday Shankar's troupe in 1935. She then made her film debut way back in 1946.
सबसे बड़ी बात यह है कि 102 बरस की उम्र में भी आखिरी सांस तक ज़ोहरा जी पूरी तरह जिंदा थी और जिंदगी से मोहब्बत करती थी। उन्होंने जो काम किया, मतलब उनकी जिंदगी मैं समझता हूँ हिंदुस्तानी 20th सेंचुरी में हिंदुस्तानी थिएटर की जिंदगी है। उन्होंने ही फिल्मों में भी काम किया, लेकिन उनकी उम्र हिंदी फिल्मों से ज़्यादा, वो हिंदी फिल्मों से उम्र में बड़ी थी। और उदय शंकर जी के साथ, पृथ्वी थिएटर के साथ, इफ्टा के साथ उनका जो पूरा इन्वॉल्वमेंट रहा है, मैं समझता हूँ हिंदुस्तानी थिएटर का इतिहास आप लिख ही नहीं सकते हैं बगैर ज़ोरा सहगल के नाम। यही याद करूँगा कि मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि उनसे बहुत कुछ सीखना है इंसान को, उनकी लिबरल सेकुलर वैल्यूज, उनकी प्रोग्रेसिव वैल्यूज। एक जहाँ पर आज विमेन एम्पावरमेंट की बात होती है, इतने बरसों से एक एम्पावर्ड औरत जो अपने अंदर एक पर्सनालिटी थी, एक आवाज थी। मैं तो देखता था कि इस उम्र में जब वो पोइट्री सुनाती थी, फैज की पोइट्री, फिराक की पोइट्री, गालिब की पोइट्री, जिस तरह वो सुनाती थी, उससे मालूम होता था कि वो शेर को जी रही है, जो शायरी सुना रही है वो उनके रूह में है और जिंदा है। I mean, this is the least you can say about her. She was an inspiration for so many artists and so many young women जिन्होंने उनके साथ थिएटर में काम किया। शबाना's mother, Shaukat Kafi, she was her junior in Prithvi Theatre, and even at this age, now she is in her 80s, she talks about Zohra Sehgal with such reverence and respect, and she tells how much their generation learned from her. तो सच ये है कि शायद शौकत कैफी से और लोगों ने सीखा, लड़कियों ने, औरतों ने। तो एक ज़ोहरा सहगल ने कितने चिराग जलाए हैं, इसका अंदाज़ा लगाना बहुत मुश्किल है।